Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Detroit Lions and the Dublin Shamrocks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Bring it. Check 3.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Open man is Trey Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that. Yeah,
it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, alert.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On the defensive side of the ball, here are the starters for Detroit. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
This is Shepard on the catch. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to...
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's got his tight end, Burton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Rosen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week, as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them, because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. On first down, Moss. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On the tackle, it was Greg Stroman, the former Virginia Tech Hokie. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, look now at our starting defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. It's Hill, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Hill. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now it's Rosen looking, and that's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
And it's a touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gano for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Cohen, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like the little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This is brought in at the 21. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Rosen on first down. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I got you, boy. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
First down, a run with Cohen. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime, and what's been well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here, let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
To throw on third down, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, Moss. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run on second down with Cohen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. Herbert, and he's going to go down again. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bilal Nichols. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Welcome back now to the Emerald